the fact that I like to drink beer. This little song.
Hey, welcome back to Barley and Hops. I'm George. I got a quick one for you today. This was going to take a couple of days to put together, but I thought I'd take this stage by stage. We're going to clarify the mash that we already made. Before we get to that, I want to show you, this is a bottle of that Green Apple Delight that we bottled this past week. So if you can remember, we did that together on a video. This is the Green Apple Delight, a really good wine. All right, here's what I've got. I've got two, just about almost 5 gallon, almost completely full sugar wash. Here's what I did. I used 12 pounds of sugar, about 6 gallons of water in a 6.5 gallon bucket, and I used the Barley and Hops 48-hour turbo yeast. And purposely, right at the very end, before it just absolutely finished, I stopped because I knew it would be its murkiest at that point. So you can see this is kind of like a whitish, cloudy substance. What I'm going to show you is how we clarify that before we put it in the still. Because remember, the cleaner that you can put your mash into the still, the cleaner that spirit will come out of that mash. And that should kind of make sense to you. If you've got a lot of these solid particulates floating around in here, the chances of them dropping to the bottom during the process or sticking to the sides and starting to scorch and give you that scorched earth flavor that you really can't get rid of. Instead of doing that, take the time, clarify it first, and what we're going to do is we're going to show you a today and then a tomorrow picture of these, and we're going to do here's what we got. I've got this Turbo Clear. Now it's the same thing as the Super Clear that we use in our wines, the chitosan and chiasol, and those are the two chemicals. You put in one first and then you put in the second one, and just read the pack, it'll tell you exactly how to do that. It's an extract from a crustacean, and there are other products that are extract from dried fish bladder. It has none of those properties, so if you have an allergy to fish or crustaceans, you don't have to worry about that. That's not what this is. Also, it does a really great job of clarifying, so it will take all of those particulates and solids, cause them to coagulate and drop to the bottom, and you're going to see that when we come back. So here's how I do this. I'm going to take pack A, which is on the left hand side. I'm just going to cut a small hole in the side of it, and we pour that into our mash, and that's all we do. Pour that into the mash, give that a stir to try to get that mixed up in the mash, and we're going to leave that set for 1 hour. And after a 1 hour period, we'll open up the second pack and pour that in, and then all the magic will start to take place. So I'm going to do this other one while we're gone, and then we'll be back with you in about an hour. Take care. It's been an hour, or probably just a little bit more than an hour. So what we're going to do, I just removed these two airlocks. I put the airlocks on there just to keep anything from potentially dropping inside. We don't want any of those foreign bacteria that we talked about before. All right, now I'm just going to add part 2, and I'll just cut the tip off. Now, what's really neat about this stuff is that it just does it all by itself, and at the very end, we should be able to see right through this stuff. That's that one. I'll pour this one in this one. And this is not complicated at all. There we go. Now I'll give them a stir. Get it all worked up. Same thing in the other one. You don't have to go crazy, just a nice light stir. Place our airlocks back on there. And we'll see what happens here in about 24 hours. We'll come back and I'll show you what the results are. Now I just got to find a safe place to put these where customers won't run into them. Look, get in touch with us. Give us a call. We're always here to answer questions. You can like us on Facebook. Subscribe to our videos. We're here to serve you. Happy brewing and distilling. Welcome back. It's been almost 24 hours, probably about 22 hours now. And I just wanted to show you this. I mean, this is the result of using that Turbo Clear. And you can see how it's starting to clear out. Now, remember when I did this originally, and I told you that I pulled it out when it was in its most volatile state. which was the yeast had just finished fermenting and eating all the residual sugars that were left in there. But I didn't allow anything to settle. I just pulled it out. Remember, it was milky white. But this is the result of a 24-hour, almost a 24-hour process. Now let's get a close-up and I'll show you the sediment that's on the bottom of this thing. Now you can see this sediment right here, from here down, and it's still cloudy from here, and you can still see closely there's still some things falling and dropping in there. Let's look at the other one. And the same thing is taking place. Now what I'll do with this is I'm just going to rack it one more time and allow it to sit and clear some more. But you'll see how clear that's becoming, and that's only in a 24-hour period. I'm going to transfer these one more time because I'm real anal about it, you know. And they say, you know, there's just a fine line between a hobby and mental illness. I guess that's me. So I'll transfer this one more time, hit it again with some more Turbo Clear, and I'll show you what it looks like in about 10 hours or so when we get off today. But I think you'll be extremely impressed. So until then, I'll see you around somewhere. Just give us a holler. Well, there it is. I've been waiting about 4 additional hours, and I did transfer this. So I just want to give you a good look at that and see how clear that is. Now, I'm going to let that set for a few more days. Now, remember, I'm not telling you how to do it. I'm just telling you how George does it. And it works for me. I really hope this is helpful. Look, happy distilling.